是这大学英语老师，我已经教了453位学生。这个我的以前的学生，也这个我的以前的旁听学生。我的学生很聪明。我学习中文8年，我觉得汉字对于了解其他所有语言是很关键的。为什么我学习中文？我也学习古埃及、苏美尔语、拉丁语、希伯来语、希腊语、法语。我不会说，但是我研究这个很多些的语言。所以我开始学习中文当我52岁。哇！对，第一次。现在我是61岁。对，我比较我的老公1点更大的，older than you， 所以我要现在我要介绍我的很聪明的以前的学生，也我的合伙人，我们有特别的公司 HanziFinder， 所以现在我I will let him.
Thanks for Mike setting us up and first introduction. Today, I'll first describe you the problem we work on for 1.5 years and show you the big picture of our solutions, and then dive into some details of the solutions. And last, we're gonna have a small discussion about this. Okay? Imagine we are 10 minutes friends after some alcohol. Okay? I'm showing you, hey, buddy, look at this in English. In English, you got B, right? And in Chinese, we got 9. They're very similar. And there are similar words containing these substructures, like 9 means breast and milk. We have breast. Ring, this character means pregnant. And you have baby. Hey, I want to develop a theory on this, you know what? Which will be very exciting. They say, hey, come down, buddy. Hey, come down. You need to know that in Chinese, there are another, like, decades more or hundreds more other non-containing characters. You'd better go to look at them and look at the meanings, and that can make you make a more convincing argument. That's a great suggestion. Let's do it. Okay, in Chinese, we have this substructure concept for radicals. There are about 200 of them. And for each radical, there will be a special page showing all the characters, dictionary things, they're containing this substructure. But 9 is not one of it. Dead end. What other tools do we know? The best tool we know are working on Chinese is called Chinese Text Project, which is CTEX. And they have the special component plus function developed like 3 years ago. In our case, if you input 9 plus, you got this table. Great! Hundreds more examples to argue, right? I love arguing with people. But if you really have spent some time on this problem, you will notice this table is not perfect because there are some characters missing here. And the missing characters share some patterns here. For example, CTEX can find these two, but not these two. Look at this one. This one got 9 character, but has one extra yo character. It's like you can find the 9 molecule, but you cannot find the derivatives of 9. Right? Similar case to this show and this show, right? So we want to have a tool to cover as many as possible. This is a problem we want to solve. And the big picture of our solution is I want to make an analogy to biology, which you guys might be more familiar. Okay. In biology, you got DNA. RNA decodes DNA. You got proteins. You got a species like a human. And by looking at that protein or species, you can have some phenotype descriptions, like skin color, eye color, but you have a disease. Because there is a such path in reality, we can say DNA contains the phenotype information. But what is RNA doing here? What is human observation really means? I think what RNA is doing here is merely processing information from DNA. And human beings are processing information from protein or species, usually visual information. How about we have a machine to do the information part? One example I know is AlphaFold, developed by DeepMind, a very powerful AI company who also develops AlphaGo. Okay? They take DNA and say something about the three-dimensional structures of the proteins. That's what they did. And I find these similar structures in Chinese characters. We found two ways to encode the Chinese characters into characters DNA, cDNA, and we will show you that in each encoding way, there is a corresponding decoder, and you will have the image of the character. And this image is so high quality that the substructure features is remained during this process. You can still tell whether it has the substructure. Okay, this is the big picture. Before, the tool we built is using these characters DNA and directly build a shortcut to the substructure features. Okay. Before we go to details, I want to show you some facts about Chinese. First, there are over 100,000 Chinese characters, so it's miserable if you do it manually. We need a tool to do this. Second, you will see that we have this special stroke information for characters, but there are only 9,000 of them. And we use that to build the first type of DNA. The second type of DNA is built on images, but we can only build these characters DNA for 28,000 because they have 4 digits Unicodes, like this character 4E43, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the missing 17,200s? Because they have 5 digits Unicodes, like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or this 9 character. So this is still a technical problem for us. If you know something about this, let me know. Yeah, let's go back to our problem. The first technique we use is about the stroke order sequence. Chinese characters are composed of stroke order, 笔画, okay? But there are many strokes. We can group them into 5 basic categories and assign a number to them. The first one is horizontal, like this one. Second one is vertical, 3 for left delta and 4 for right delta, 5 for indent. With this mapping relationship, we can convert a stroke order sequence into a number sequence. Right? And numbers, when computers use numbers, they are very happy, right? Go back to our problem. When we are searching for 9, it will be a necessary condition for this character to have 5, 3 in its stroke order sequence, right? But this is not sufficient. Like in this line, it got 2, 5, 3. This blue one and red one. So we need some other concept to see into more detailed things for finer structures. And this is when we introduce the first type of DNA. We have this very special stroke order information describing Chinese characters in a way it provides all the anchor points coordinates along the stroke's edge. Okay? And with this data, we can convert the image of a stroke into a sequence of numbers. First, the origin's coordinates, and then follows by a lot of segments. Every segment is described by its angle and the length, right? This is how we encode, and it's very easy to decode, right? It's very obvious. With such description, and we look back to these structures, for example, this one, there are many segments along the edge. And for each one, it got an angle like
oh,
sorry, I got too many things on hand.
There.
Okay, and the segment angle for the theta for the segment may be 1, 5, 16. It's too much. Let's say there are only 4 special ones. 0 for horizontal, 90 degrees, 45 for left tilted, and negative 45 for right tilted. And for each segment, compare yourself to these 4 directions and pick the one you are most close to and make a contribution, make a vote for the corresponding bar. This way, and you make a normalization. This way, you can see the distribution among these 4 basic orientation. Again, this is numerical, and this can help me distinguish structures. This is the second technique we developed. The third one is, imagine such case, you have 3 identical horizontal strokes One is packed in this vertical way, and the other like a little smile face, huh? Their stroke orders are all 1, 1, 1, or horizontal, right? And if you look at the histogram like this one, they're going to be identical. So how we do with this one? Yeah. Imagine you are like a frog jumping between the leaves, okay? You jump from the first stroke to a second stroke and to the third stroke. There will be 2 angles here. And you use numbers to record these numbers. Again, numerical, and can distinguish things. You can always use these things to build up other computational concepts to distinguish these things. Combining these 3 concepts, we have this result. The blue box are the positive examples. And even those non-positive, they're not absurd and ridiculous, right? They're reasonable. Okay, but this is only for 9,000 characters. We have another type of characters DNA for other 28,000. And before talking about this, I want to make a quick review of functions. First, what is a function? I want to narrow the meaning to a machine that takes numbers in, do something, and outputs numbers. Second, what a function really do is defined by 2 things. One is the type of a function, the other is the parameters inside a function. Like you have linear function, quadratic, or exponential. This is the type. Inside the linear function, we have this kx plus b. But what the value of k and b defines what this function looks like. These are parameters. You can imagine type as the shape like geometry triangle, but parameters is the scale and the location. The second thing I want to mention here is the gradient descent. If a function has a local minima, you can use gradient descent to find your local minima. Basically, it's like you're in a region which is a valley, and you start with 1 point. The first thing you do is look around, find a direction. You pick the right direction, and then take a walk, and repeat this. Pick a direction, take a walk, pick a direction, take a walk. Right? This is the review I want to make. Okay, how we build this second type of character's DNA. This is the original character, it's image X. Okay, we want to have a machine encoder can convert it into a shorter representation. The size of this character's DNA is much smaller than original data, and we can decode it, have another reconstructed image X prime, and we also hope that this X prime is high quality. The difference between X prime and X is different. How do we make this happen? We can imagine, we can think this whole process as a big function f, and parameterized by zetas. Okay, the loss will be a function about these parameters, because these parameters controls what this machine is doing here. The problem here can be reduced to how can we find the zeta smartly and make this loss as small as possible, right? A function with some parameters, we can change these parameters and make this smaller. That's what gradient descent does. Here are some examples we have about a reconstructed image. We reduce the size of characters description down to 64 dimensional vectors. And the original one are 50 by 50, which is 2,500 numbers. You can see this reconstructed image. The overall substructure features are remained here. Go back to our big picture. Now, this path is through. We can encode and decode, right? With high quality. Now we are going to build this shortcut. But what is this shortcut doing? It is basically making a judgment. I want to throw a DNA in, character's DNA in, and I want to make a prediction, a value between 0 and 1. 0 means definitely not containing this target substructure. 1 means it has. The value between them represents the confidence of these algorithms on this machine. We hope the prediction value y hat is as close to the true value y, as close as possible, right? Again, we want something small by tuning some parameters in a machine. So gradient descent can apply again. How we train things, how we actually make this happen. You can imagine a student. You can imagine the HanziFinder as a student here. We can use the stroke order and the orientation things, those results as the initial learning material for the student. Okay, the student learn this, study this material very hard, and the teacher will give the students a quiz, like 5,000 unseen characters, and this student will make answer the quiz and give it to the teacher. The teacher gonna correct it. So, the teacher will give back the answers with corrections. So the learning materials are expanded, and the students can learn again, do the quiz again, and repeat. This is how we improve the performance of this algorithm. Compared to C-text, the best tool we know. First, these are missing characters because the 5-digit problem. And among the 4-digit things, there are 44 shared in common, both in our tools and the C-text. There are 22 unique characters in our tools, while there are still 11 missing in our tools. But I think we can always merge results from different tools. Some discussion. Okay, first, I think we develop a tool that provides our possibility for data-driven research on Chinese characters. Generally, we're going to talk about the language things later. You may like it, may not like it, but this tool opens a substructure dimension for Chinese research. The second thing is, this methodology, especially the autoencoder things, is not only for Chinese. We work on Chinese, but these things can be shifted to any other regional language. And now we are working on two things. First, we are working on papers. Jennifer is working on language. I'm working on more detailed maths, just describe to you guys. And the second thing we are working on is a website. It's a website like you can search, but you can also contribute the data you have using the tool, the algorithm we provide. It's kind of like a Wikipedia. That's all. Thank you very much.